Hi, hello. My name is the Last Goth Unicorn, and today I would like to talk about my favorite horror stories and why I think they're good horror stories. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to do today. I have a little stack of my favorites right in front of me, and I'm just gonna talk about them and why I think they're good horror stories. So, first we have The Unworthy. And this is one of my favorite books ever, actually. Um, I think that this is such a good horror story. It is a dystopian set in the honestly, I don't want to say far future, but it is a dystopian set in a different world where a tragedy has happened and people are struggling to survive, and our main character, who I don't believe is ever named, is living in a like a compound, and she has to be a part of this religious group, which is why there's like a cute little nun on the front. But this book is so intense, and our main character is so interesting, and I love the way that not only her personality changes, but the way her past is revealed throughout this book is so good. I am such a sucker for Augustina Bazterrica's writing, but this book really makes you think about the cycles of like patriarchal society and how our world is built. And it is so, so, so good. I really love this book. I think that everyone should read this, honestly. But I think that this is a good horror story because of the just the way that tension is built throughout this book makes it just fantastic in a horror element. It makes you feel the terror before the strike of something horrible happening, and it's just really well done. It's translated by Sarah Moses, and she does an amazing job at translating these books. Because the next book that I'm also going to talk about is Tender is the Flesh, also by Augustina Bazterrica. And this book, really good. I just finished this one recently, and I kind of want to make a whole video about it. But this book is about a man named Marcus Tejo, and he is just an awful, awful man who works in the meat packing industry that packages human meat, which they call special meat. Um, but this book is so tense, and Marcos is such an awful, awful person. I I don't even know how to explain it. This book's truly one where if you can't handle a dislikable protagonist, don't read it, but I think you really should. It is another really good dystopia set in a future where a supposed virus has made animals deadly for humans to eat. And I don't want to get any deeper than that because that's really all you need to know about this book. It's really good. It's very well done. I absolutely adore the writing style. It's very like there are certain times that lines just feel like a gut punch, and there are times when there is just this long, beautiful like paragraph of just really compelling description. And then it'll be finished with a line that feels like a gut punch. But the tension throughout the story of like what Marcos is going to do is so intense, and it's really, really good. If you want to read a book that kind of makes you feel sick while you're reading it, I highly recommend Tender is the Flesh. And on a much sillier note, I want to talk about Blood on Her Tongue. And this book was really, really fun. I really liked this book. I thought it was a really fun exploration of a bunch of more like taboo topics, and I can't say I ever felt like super scared or like that stress and tension while reading this book. I think I felt it a little bit throughout it, but certainly not like Tender as the Flesh or The Unworthy. But the exploration of the topics within this book, the exploration of being a woman in a time period where women are not respected as their own human beings, and the kind of energy around that, the relationship between the sisters in this book is very intense. I loved that for this book. This book is so good as a horror novel in exploration of taboo topics. And I just really, oh, I loved this book. I thought it was so, so good. I think that it has my least favorite printed edges of any book that I own, but that's personal taste, and I'm sure the author had no control over that. So, anyway, this book, highly recommend if you want to read something that is just kind of just like really interesting. And it's really interesting, it's really good. It is nothing that you think it's going to be, and I think that it was all the better for that. The next book that I want to talk about is Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zhang. I feel like this book got really popular, and I know that there's a lot of mixed feelings on Kylie Lee Baker's writing, but I really, really loved this book. I think it was absolutely fantastic. I the exploration of the grief in this book was absolutely incredible. The tension that I felt reading this book was so good. The stress and anxiety that I felt while Cora was going about her day-to-day life, and the way that people around her like treated her, and oh, it was really good. This book is very intense, like from page like 3. So if you are looking to hop into something that is going to be intense from start to finish, I highly recommend this one. It has a really incredible story, it has really, really good characters, and it will leave you feeling kind of hollow. But it is really worth the ride. It is an incredible story. And then my last book is a favorite of mine, which is House of Leaves. And I think that this book, I can't hold this one up for too long. It's too heavy. But House of Leaves is just the way that tension is built. You go on these lulls in House of Leaves where you are reading about the house, and you are reading about the like frames of the house and like how it's built and how it is like nothing that's ever been built before, and it's so strange and weird, and it has no architectural style. And then you get into Johnny experiencing one of the most stressful events of his entire life, and you can just like, I could just feel myself getting so tense and so stressed out by somebody else's like life event. Oh, really, really, so the tension is so good that it has like made me not think other horror stories have been as scary since. But House of Leaves, so the way the tension is built makes it a really excellent horror story. And the rest of the book makes it an incredible love story, but that is a personal opinion, and I'm standing by it till the day I die. Um, ah, yeah, it's just absolutely insane. Um, it's an insane book. It's fantastic. Um, these are my horror book recommendations. This was just a really quick video that I thought I'd make for fun because I did this makeup and I said, I'm looking pretty good. I gotta make a video about this. So thank you so much for being here if you watched this video, and I hope to see you in another one eventually. Remember to stay off-putting and stay obscene.